I'm joined by Dheeraj Malhotra, the Executive Director of Delhi Capitals and former General Manager of BCCI, Ratnakar Shetty. Professor Shetty, let me come to you first. When the IPL rights had bidding had first taken place in 2008, you were a part of it from there till now, 16 years on. What can you please tell us, please tell our viewers, what really has changed to push up the value so many times?
Well, I think first and foremost, I would like to congratulate the BCCI IPL team for doing a ground study on the reality of the telecast values and fixing a base price which was almost double of what they got in 2017. People were surprised whether there would be bids for such a large amount. As you rightly said, in 2008, I still remember the meeting in Singapore where IMG made a proposal for T20 League. And Manu Sawhney of Star Sports met Lalit Modi after the meeting. And Lalit had told him that the minimum base price would be 500 crores per year. And of course, in 2009, Sony was asked to raise the bid, and they paid more than what they paid for the first 2 years. But amazing values, and it only goes to show the popularity of IPL as a product.
Professor Shetty, let me ask you, what is the rationale behind fixing the kind of base prices that have been fixed for 4 different categories?
Well, I really I think the study, I can only tell you for the television rights and the internet rights. One thing became very clear in 2017 bids, that internet was going to play a bigger role as compared to television at some point of time. And that is becoming a reality now, with almost catching up with the TV rights. And accordingly, I think the team has calculated what would be the base price. It was a risk, I would say, but a calculated one, which finally they have succeeded on that.
Dheeraj, let me come to you from a team perspective. What's really the reaction to the numbers that we are showing on our screen right now? And it's 107 and counting.
As Professor said, when the rights were actually initially announced, when they were valued, we didn't expect it to go as big as it has. I mean, this is, for a team, it means a lot. I mean, it just doesn't mean the financial income. It also means a lot more that you can do. As a team now, we are looking at, obviously, the profitability being better. We can look at more reach. We can look at growing the game more in our own territory. And, it's just, what it's done is just improve the quality of cricket, improve the sport globally. As I can read what you're saying, we've overtaken English Premier League, which has been there for 100 years. This is only 15 years old. In 15 years, what IPL has achieved is, I mean, it's unbelievable.
And 15 years, IPL has become the #2 league, and in the next few years, by the time the next cycle comes, Dheeraj, you expect it to become #1?
Well, we hope so, and we have to thank Professor as well. He's been part of it right from day one. So, sir, thank you so much.
Professor Shetty, let me come to you and ask you a little about the 18 matches that are still being, the set of 18 matches that are still being bid for. Total number of matches, of course, is 98. What's the rationale behind having a set of non-exclusive matches when the rights for TV and digital have already been sold?
Well, I think the basic idea is to reach out to areas where IPL is not yet being telecast. And instead of loading up the entire IPL, there is capsule of IPL with playoff matches and some important games which are pulled together. I think it only helps in increasing viewership for the IPL in countries where it is still not reached.
Dheeraj, the IPL player auction has taken place this year, but given, how the television rights value is going, would you expect a large increase in the price purse next time when the auctions happen, which of course won't be a full auction, but whatever, in whichever way an auction happens next year around, a large increase in the auction purse?
If you see why IPL is so competitive is because you are able to manage the complete purse. So the team, in spite of how much people make in the IPL, there's also some teams have deeper pockets than other teams. So by regulating what is spent in the auction, that's why you have fair competition. That's why I see IPL, most of the time, till the last game, you don't know who's qualified. And this happens if you can regulate the purse. The minute you make the purse go too high, or then there are certain teams will always have more capacity to spend than the others, and that just kind of creates a difference between the top few teams. So I'm hoping, yes, it will go up, but I'm hoping not so much, just the way it has gone up every year.
Okay. Right now, as we stand, the package C is being bid for 18.5 crore rupees a match. Let me get you one final answer from, the both of you. Professor Shetty, where do you expect the final bids to stop?
Well, I think the C and D is not going to be as competitive as what happened in the bids for the A and B group of the bids, and I think we are coming to the end of the contest in the C group that is being presently done.
Right, 1800 is where it stands at the end of day 2. Dheeraj, your expectations at the end of day 3, where will the final figure reach, and where do you expect each match to be valued at the end of day 3?
Honestly, I was expecting it to be 90, 95, 100 max. We've already reached 107 and counting, as you know. I mean, anything above is phenomenal. So whatever increase is something which I don't think many people would have expected.
Well, these are magic figures, and IPL fans can expect for more on day 3 of this IPL e-bidding. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on the broadcast and sharing your insights.